This is CBC Nova Scotia News.
Bans lifted. Nova Scotians will be allowed back in the woods in some, but not all counties. Close encounter. Scuba divers near Hubbard's come face to face with a great white shark. And mobile machines. A Cape Breton company is taking its arcade on the road.
A system passing to our east and one approaching from the west will both bring showers into the mix this weekend, but sunshine too. Your full forecast is coming up.
Good evening. The provincial government has lifted the ban on travel and activities in woods in some parts of the province. Nova Scotians will be allowed to enter the woods again in 7 counties. They include Cape Breton, Richmond, Victoria, Inverness, Guysborough, Antigonish, and Halifax. The ban remains in place for the rest of the province. And the ban came into effect on August 5th amid tinder-dry conditions. It included restrictions on hiking, camping, fishing, and the use of vehicles in the woods. The trail systems through the woods are also off limits, and camping is only allowed in campgrounds. Premier Tim Houston said today weather data shows conditions are heading in the right direction in certain parts of the province.
Based on the rain that was received in some parts of the province and based on their assessment of other indicators that they go through, the professionals have determined that for some areas of the province, the index is no longer extreme and no longer expected to reach extreme numbers again anytime in the near future. In other areas, it's still extreme, but in some it's not. So for those areas that it is no longer extreme, we are able to ease some of the restrictions.
The burn ban remains in place for the entire province until October 15th or until conditions improve further. Violating either the burn ban or the woods ban carries a fine punishable by $25,000. Meanwhile, the Long Lake wildfire continues to burn out of control at just over 8,200 hectares. The containment is still a battle. Work continues to prevent spread towards communities with crews on the ground, building guards, and air support dropping water. Officials say a positive weekend forecast could help in the effort. Jason Burton is among those who lost property to the Long Lake wildfire. The fire destroyed his garage and workshop, which contained the tools he's used for decades to make a living. Burton does mechanical work and other work like welding and metal fabrication. He estimates it will cost upwards of $100,000 to replace the tools. Burton also says the garage was a gathering place for him.
My garage, means everything to me. It's my livelihood. A lot of people think of a garage as a place to store things. It is a little bit of an oasis for me, but also that's how I made my livelihood. I've spent 32 years gathering up tools and equipment, to make my life easier and to make the jobs that I do a lot easier.
Yesterday, the province confirmed 20 homes and 11 outbuildings like sheds have been destroyed by the wildfire. Nova Scotians with spotty cell phone coverage can now get vital emergency alerts. The province has a new app that can reach people with older cell networks or none at all. The CBC's Haley Ryan has the details.
Recent emergencies in Nova Scotia, like the ongoing wildfire in Annapolis County, underline how important it is to reach people quickly. The province has now released the free NS Alert app that fills some gaps in the national system.
It's imperative that happens, that we have as much awareness and alerts go on when emergencies happen, as they seem to be happening more and more all the time.
The National Alert Ready system only sends emergency alerts through TV, radio, and newer 5G or LTE networks, which are not available in some parts of rural Nova Scotia.
The cell coverage throughout the municipality is spotty in places, for sure. There are lots of areas that are in need of increased coverage.
The Nova Scotia app allows mobile phones that might only get older 3G networks or Wi-Fi to receive emergency alerts. You can also sign up for local weather or traffic alerts, set your location, or allow the app to track you so you can be alerted wherever you are. The app can also translate those alerts into 32 other languages. The province is building new cell towers across the province to fill dead zones, including in Guysborough County.
But in the interim, I believe that, this app will get information to people that they need at the right time. And for people living in rural areas, I think it's very important for them to be able to get that information.
About 95% of Nova Scotia currently has standard cell service. The new app also addresses a recommendation from the Mass Casualty Commission about improving public education around emergency warnings. The province says it spent $1 million to develop and run the app. Haley Ryan, CBC News, Halifax.
And Ryan's here with a first look at the weather, and for the weekend, a few showers at least.
Yeah, a few showers in the mix. As we've been saying the last couple of days, it won't nearly be enough as we run you through this forecast model outlook, and they're all looking the same here. A system passing to the east tonight will bring a little bit of substantial shower activity to Cape Breton, down towards Guysborough County, but most of the mainland, looking at this lighter green here, this is a trace to 5 millimeters, maybe some pockets of 5 to 10 millimeters. In some isolated locations, maybe a little bit more than that, but yeah, it won't be enough. Now, the good news is that we will at least see some, and there's that system passing to the east. It's the system to the west that will bring those showers in Saturday afternoon into Saturday evening. So we'll, get things a little damp at least, and then that system will clear. And the good news is of course, it is the unofficial long weekend of the summer. We want to be able to get out and enjoy. And so, yes, it does look like it's going to be a pretty nice Sunday afternoon. And Monday is also looking quite lovely with an area of high pressure building in. Temperatures a little bit warmer. We're walking you right through to the first day of school and beyond with your 7 day coming up.
It's coming up quickly, isn't it?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Ryan.
Thank you.
Well, some scuba divers are still reeling from the sighting of a lifetime near Hubbard's earlier this week. They came face to face with a great white shark at Fox Point Beach. We spoke to them as they embarked on another dive at Paddy's Head on St. Margaret's Bay.
You just saw these big black eyes and this Cheshire grin, and this face was just kind of coming up out of the water at us and just slowly looking at us and really curious about a 12-foot great white shark.
That's a shark.
So we were at Fox Point Beach, which is just right over there, and it was I was taking a guided dive with a retired U.S. airman, and we were just out on our second dive. About 15 minutes in, it just kind of came up out of the murk.
We're swimming along. All of a sudden, Eric pulls me by my strap there, and he points, and I looked, and there was this amazing creature. It was just beautiful, but at the same time, it's like, that's a shark. What's going through my head is, we got to get out of here.
He was signaling that we should go up, and that's the last thing you want to do because the surface is actually where most shark encounters actually happen. That's their natural environment for predation. So the best thing to do is stay on the bottom. So I told him to stay, and I took a hold of his harness, and we just sat on the bottom on our knees and just let the shark come up and sniff us. Came straight up to us like playing a game of chicken.
He wasn't attacking us or in any way, shape, or form. He was just like scoping them out. And he had a bunch of his other little fishy buddies with him as well. And they're just along for the cruise and circle and circle and just keep going, keep going. Eric was the man as far as, just guiding us back. As we're going back, like this shark, he kept on circling around. And I said, okay. So I turned myself around and hooked myself into Eric. And so now Eric is looking this way and I'm looking that way, and if this shark's going to come from any angle, we got it.
This was a juvenile, so we believe that the shark was just curious, probably never saw divers before and just wanted to know what we were. There was no signs of aggression.
If he wanted us, he could have had us, either way. But he was just circling around, just meeting up with some people, just being curious. A lot of these creatures in the sea are just curious.
I mean, the dive site we were at, that's where we teach, and we must have been there 1,000 times, and no one's ever seen a great white before. So the rest of the shop is burning with envy right now.
I get shivers, and I get up and down my spine. It's like, whoa! It's an experience, a once-in-a-lifetime, hopefully once-in-a-lifetime experience that, I share it with my kids, and my friends, family, everywhere. They ask me about it, they talk to me about it, and I still get this little buzz. Whoa.
It's a dream come true. I think we're talking about getting some great white tattoos now.
A Cape Breton Fire Department is receiving calls of smoke sightings, but when they arrive to the scene, there's no fire in sight. Every morning, what looks like smoke rises from a forested area off Highway 125 between exit 3 and 4 in French Vale. When the North Sydney fire crew arrives, they find it's just a paving plant. Briggs Construction heats up their asphalt, sending steam into the air, but that looks like smoke to the cars driving on the highway.
We have to take every call on a standalone basis. Even though we have a warning, in the back of our mind, we could say, sure, it's probably the paving plant, but we still have to go. There is that one chance, that off chance, that it may not be, and we have to take that seriously. We have to take it for what that's worth.
Owner Creighton Briggs says the heating process is safely contained. Meanwhile, North Sydney Fire urges the public to contact 911 if smoke is sighted. Well, 4 ferry crossings between Nova Scotia and Prince Edward Island were canceled this morning after a small fire in the crew kitchen of the MV Northumberland. Northumberland Ferry says the fire started in a dishwasher on the ship. Vehicles had boarded the ferry in Wood Islands, but it was still at the dock when the fire broke out and were guided back off the vessel. The fire was quickly extinguished. The vessel was back on scheduled sailings this afternoon. Dalhousie University employees that include part-time instructors and teaching assistants have voted overwhelmingly in favor of a strike mandate ahead of conciliation talks with the school in October. It is a second contract dispute for the university with 1,000 Dalhousie Faculty Association professors, librarians, instructors, and professional counselors on the picket line due to a lockout. CUPE Local 3912 says its members at the university voted 87.7% in favor of the mandate. The union says it's focused on fair wages that reflect the cost of living in Halifax. The Black Business Initiative is expanding one of its programs. The first session of the Barrier Breakers Youth Program was based in Nova Scotia. Now, the second cohort will include participants from throughout Atlantic Canada. It's meant to give young people opportunities in their communities.
Ideally, we would want people to stay versus, looking for opportunity elsewhere across Canada, which isn't a bad thing. But we want to keep the talent here, and there is talent here. It's just, do they have the supports? Do they have the resources? Do they have the coaching and the mentorship?
Well, it is a blast from the past on wheels. A Cape Breton man, he's been on the road with his mobile arcade. And as the CBC's Kyle Moore tells us, as popular as it is with kids, adults love it too.
It's an idea that is gaining popularity. The retro roller arcade has been on the road all over Cape Breton this summer, bringing with it a blast from the gaming past.
The reaction is amazing. Everywhere as we go, it's always, everyone's happy. Everyone's telling stories. It's like reliving the past. What once was old is now new again.
Chris Lee is the man behind the idea that features games from Pac-Man to pinball. He says he started out just taking his games to flea markets, but decided to expand and take it on the road.
2023, we're just getting off of COVID. Our crowds were down. The rink was pretty much almost empty. And we just started building to bring a family environment. First season, we had about maybe 12 machines in my own personal collection. Second season, I decided to bring more because I noticed that people started enjoying this.
Lee says the arcade is the only mobile one in Atlantic Canada. The attraction has been popular with the younger generation, but with kids at heart too.
The adults, I find I gotta, watch them more than the kids. And then the kids and the adults, it just gives them something to talk about and bond together with.
Lee says he started collecting the classic games a while ago and keeps a close eye on Marketplace and other online sites for gaming purchases. But he says it can get expensive.
A regular machine can go anywhere from $1,000 up to a pinball machine. If you really get a high-class one with a lot of ramps, a lot of sound, they can range up to $10,000, $15,000 for one.
Lee says he's been all over the CBRM this summer, attending birthday parties, public and private events. He's hoping to grow his collection and maybe add a second trailer if the gamers keep coming out. Kyle Moore, CBC News, Sydney.
I guess the old ones were just like...
Isn't that a beautiful spot to spend a few hours? That's a look at Ketch Harbor. Ryan is up next with full weather forecast. We'll see you on the other side of our break.
This weather update is brought to you by Access Wellness Nova Scotia. Book your appointment today for free, confidential mental wellness support.
All right, the long weekend has arrived. Ryan's here with the full forecast, and it sounds like a bit of a mix for the weekend.
Yeah.
We need the rain, but
we do. We won't see enough of that,
No,
but that's some good news, I guess, if you are going to be out and you've got some plans, if you're going to be camping or whatever. So this is a busy weekend for folks hoping to get outside. So the forecast is favorable in that regard, of course. So we do need the wet weather, as we said. And at least temperatures are looking cooler, right?
So you don't want it baking either.
We're not extreme heat this weekend or even into next week. So that's some good news too. Have a look at our webcam shot from this evening.
Always a nice spot, huh?
Looks pretty close to high tide there at Burnt Coat Head. Always a great spot if you were looking for something to do this weekend. And yes, temperatures out there right now right around 20 degrees at Burnt Coat Head. And along the Cobequid Bay area, Truro at 20, Kentville at 20, 21 at Greenwood. Temperatures a bit cooler at 18, 19 degrees for most of the southern half of the mainland. And you can see temperatures ranging from the high teens to low 20s across Cape Breton as well. The clouds have certainly been building in, and you look at that radar and you think, okay, it's coming. It's coming. You can see the green filling in nicely, but unfortunately with this drier air in place, not expecting a whole lot here. Maybe a couple of spotty showers as this will sail through. For the most part, it's going to be Cape Breton that gets clipped by this, and we'll see some substantial wet weather with this overnight tonight, kind of a widespread 5 to 10 with some pockets in the 10 to 20 millimeter range, especially down towards Richmond County. So some good news there. That's been one of the drier spots in Cape Breton this summer has been Richmond, compared to, say, Victoria or Inverness, and up towards places like Englishtown. Now, as we look at the outlook further west, area of high pressure moving in, that's what's really going to calm us down and clear the skies through Sunday and into Monday. The heat is still on out west, and so that's one thing we can be thankful of. We're not going to be baking over the next couple of days. Yes, it will be not wet enough, but that's at least a little bit of a silver lining there. So the best chance for showers is going to be here in the east tonight. Spotty, isolated risk here over the next couple of hours, but as you can see here with the hour by hour, it looks like these showers here just kind of fizzle out, not really amounting to a whole lot, though that isolated risk is there overnight. There are the showers clearing away Saturday morning, Cape Breton. Certainly a lingering risk early on. Antigonish back down towards Guysborough County and Sheet Harbor. Then as that clears away behind me, you can see here in the west, those spotty showers and the increasing clouds starting to build in through Saturday morning. So we clear the skies here, we increase the clouds here with those showers starting to work their way in throughout the afternoon. And unfortunately, the closer we get to the event, the more spotty this does look. I mean, we'll see some showers, yes, but this is looking a little less and a little less every time we move through, unfortunately. So as we look at the forecast for Cape Breton, 19 to 20 degrees, those showers clearing away. A late day risk here arriving as that next front starts to approach. Similar story for eastern parts of the mainland. Central, 21 to 24 degrees. We'll see the winds becoming southwest tomorrow. That chance for showers arriving into the afternoon and evening. And back towards the west, we're going to be seeing temperatures in the high teens, low 20s here as well. Those showers building in pretty quickly in the morning, but I do expect that we'll even see some sunny breaks in the mix. So those spotty showers continuing to work to the east on Sunday. Shower chances will then clear through Sunday across the mainland. Cape Breton, looks like the clouds will linger here longest with those shower chances in the mix through a good chunk of the day. The North Shore as well. Isolated risk further to the west. Temperatures into the low 20s. And yes, in case you missed it earlier, I'll run this out one more time. So there's the rain overnight tonight, kind of a widespread 5 to 10 for Cape Breton, 10 to 20 possible towards the eastern parts of Cape Breton down to Guysborough. And this is just really a trace to 5 millimeters with some pockets of 5 to 10 millimeters in there. So we'll, again, keep our fingers and toes crossed. It's on the higher end of that. And there's that high pressure area building in Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, back into this stretch. The Good news here is that the kids are going to be going back to school in shorts and t-shirts. So
I'm
at
sure
least
they'll like
at least we're sending them back. They're going back reluctantly, but if you can go back in shorts and t-shirt, I think that's a win.
Yeah, no jackets to lose, right, on the first day?
That's right.
All right. Thanks for that, Ryan.
Thank you.
Operation White Heart is growing on PEI, with more and more islanders forming hearts made of white pebbles on their lawns to raise awareness about mental health and suicide prevention. The CBC's Connor Lamont has more.
White hearts like this one are popping up more on PEI. It's a symbol for mental health awareness and a reminder that you're not alone. Corey Good is the founder of Operation White Heart PEI. She says there were only a handful of hearts a year ago. Now, almost 40.
It makes me feel good inside to know that the awareness is getting out there, that people are starting to talk a bit more about mental health and helping end the stigma by placing a white heart on their lawn, to let others know that it's okay to not be okay.
The movement originally began in New Brunswick and has spread across Canada. Good has a heart on her lawn. She knows the pain of losing someone to suicide.
It's important to me because I did lose my sister. She was my best friend, and just knowing that I'm making a difference really matters.
Jody Wertman helped create some of the white hearts on the island. He says each white pebble is carefully placed inside the heart-shaped cutout. Wertman has also lost someone to suicide.
Just a feeling of pride and accomplishment, putting in these hearts, and you know, there is quite a bit of work behind it, but once it's in and people see it, then that makes it all worth it.
Wertman isn't the only one inspired by Operation White Heart. Heather Cole-Blouin recently put one on her ranch.
If we can create awareness that people can get connected to good things and know that they matter, that anybody that gets connected to each other and find services that can support them, in terms of how it makes me feel, I just want to be a contributor that can provide that supportive environment for people.
Good says the resources for people struggling with mental health challenges are improving, but more can be done. She hopes more people put a white heart on their own lawns to keep the conversation going about mental health and suicide prevention. Connor Lamont, CBC News, Summerside.
Coming up, a mechanic who lost his workshop in the Long Lake wildfire says it's a miracle his home was spared. The province has confirmed the out-of-control Long Lake wildfire destroyed 20 homes. It also burned down Jason Burton's garage in West Dalhousie. And Mr. Burton joins us now from Bridgetown. First off, so sorry about the loss of your shop. How are you holding up?
Thank you, Amy. Holding up pretty good. Doing my best, and having a lot of support behind me helps me to get through each day.
Well, how did you first learn that the fire had destroyed your garage?
I first learned of it from a friend of mine that was working out in the area. He actually messaged me that morning that he was going out to work, and he let me know the damage that I had at home.
And what was that like?
Very heartbreaking, very upsetting. A lot of unanswered questions, a lot of grief, just a really sense of loss.
Now, how close was the fire to your house?
My garage is actually located about 50 feet away from my house.
So any damage there?
No damage as we can tell as of right now.
Well, can you talk to me a bit about what that garage meant to you?
Sure thing. I've been a mechanic for at least 30 years. My garage, means everything to me. It's my livelihood. A lot of people think of a garage as a place to store things. It is a little bit of an oasis for me, but also that's how I made my livelihood. I've spent 32 years gathering up tools and equipment, to make my life easier and to make the jobs that I do a lot easier.
Any idea of the dollar value of what was lost?
A rough figure, Amy, would probably be somewhere near $100,000.
Now, did you have insurance on that?
I do have insurance.
But as you said, you collected this over decades. How difficult do you think it will be to rebuild what you lost?
The garage itself, I think, will be pretty easy to rebuild. Replacing all the tools and equipment I had will be, it's going to be a challenge, and it's going to be very time consuming. But I'm more than willing to do what I can do. But in all honesty, I don't think it's going to be the same when it comes to tool-wise as what I had before.
Well, as you mentioned, this is your livelihood. Do you know what you're going to do in the meantime?
I'm actually very unsure of that. I have been working as much as I possibly can. I did have a few bare necessity tools at my boss's house in his work truck. We have been getting by with them, but I am going to have to collect up some more to keep going in the future.
How long has it been since you've been out of your house?
It has been 15 days.
What has that been like?
Very trying. We're staying at our in-laws, and it's a whole new routine for us, for not also us, for my family, but for them also. They've been great to deal with, and they feel the pain just as much as we do, but they have been really great and very welcoming, and a lot of support.
And your immediate family, what has it been like for them?
They feel about the same as I do. Anybody that knows me well. I work hard. I'm all about family, and I'm all about community. So it has touched them just as much as it has touched me.
Well, what's the support been like from the community?
The support from the community has been amazing. It truly, really has. It's been out of this world.
Can you tell me a bit more about that? What have they been done to sort of ease your burden?
The community all sticks together. Bridgetown is a very close-knit community to begin with. West Dalhousie on its own is a smaller community, but a very close-knit community. Before this all happened, everybody kind of joins together, and we all help each other out. We all have different talents and trades, and the community has just been amazing. The Red Cross has been amazing, the curling club, the community center. And, you know, each and everybody involved, you know, has been truly amazing.
Well, Mr. Burton, we're very sorry again with what you and your family are going through, and we wish you the best of luck going forward. Thanks for talking to us.
I really appreciate that, Amy. Thank you.
Coming up, the parents of a California teen are suing the company behind ChatGPT, alleging he used the AI software as a, quote, suicide coach. And a man who was removed from his northern Manitoba community during the 60s scoop was reunited with his birth mother this week.
This is Nova Scotia. And this is Nova Scotia on your smart TV because CBC News is now streaming local. Get local headlines, weather, and community stories, plus newscasts and live programming on your favorite connected device, all for free. It's called the CBC News Nova Scotia streaming channel. See your community on your connected TV and mobile devices. Your local news streaming channel, now available.
Welcome back. Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is demanding the Liberal government table new legislation to amend the criminal code. He wants changes to laws to allow Canadians to defend themselves without fear of prosecution against intruders who enter their home and threaten their safety. The push comes as a national debate rages online about self-defense and reasonable force after an Ontario man was charged with assault against an armed assailant who broke into his apartment. Rafi Boudjikanian reports.
Hey, how you doing? Good to see you. Conservatives sending a message about self-defense.
Your home is your castle, and you have the right to defend your family in your home.
Pierre Poilievre wants the criminal code to be changed to make it simpler, he argues, for Canadians to make snap judgments on how to deal with home invaders.
The two conditions: if someone enters your home illegally and uninvited, and two, you reasonably believe they're a threat to your family, then it is assumed that all the force you use against that person is reasonable and legal.
Right now, an act of defense must be deemed reasonable by the courts, which consider factors like the nature of the threat and the history of the people involved. Poilievre's proposal comes in the wake of a high-profile home invasion in Lindsay, Ontario. A man was charged with aggravated assault for allegedly attacking another man who police say broke into his apartment with a crossbow. That sparked national outrage. Details are still emerging, but CBC News has been told the two men knew each other.
We have no idea what happened behind that wall, and I think we're arguing about stuff right now that nobody actually knows except for the investigators.
This former police officer is urging for caution.
I think the laws that we have now are actually appropriate, where you use reasonable amount of force as necessary to quell a person in your home.
Legal experts say cases are often not cut and dry.
What happens if someone makes a mistake and if the home invader is not truly an invader? Or what happens if the home invader is a teenage kid that's breaking and entering?
In a statement, the Justice Minister said Canadians already have the right to defend themselves under a law former Conservative Prime Minister Harper brought in with Poilievre's support, accusing the Conservative leader of chasing a photo op. Conservatives say if the Liberals won't support their proposal, they intend to introduce a private members' bill after MPs return to the House of Commons in September. Rafi Boudjikanian, CBC News, Ottawa.
The financial pressure from Donald Trump's trade war is showing up in the latest GDP numbers. According to StatsCan, the economy shrunk by 1.6% in the second quarter as U.S. tariffs squeezed exports. The figures showed that GDP declined at an annualized rate of 0.4%, following a 0.5% gain in the first quarter. The contraction was driven by significant declines in the export of goods, as well as decreased business investment in machinery and equipment. Exports declined 7.5% in the second quarter, which ended June 30th, the biggest drop in 5 years, according to StatsCan. Canada's small businesses are no longer able to ship small packages to the U.S. duty-free. The de minimis exemption, which allowed goods under $800 U.S. to enter the country without extra fees, has ended, with a July executive order by President Donald Trump now in effect. That means those shipments will now be subject to duties of up to $200 U.S., depending on the country of origin. Canadians can still send letter mail and gifts under $100 U.S. for no extra cost. And companies that meet the Canada-U.S.-Mexico agreement will, in theory, still be able to ship duty-free. The creators of ChatGPT are being sued by the family of a California teenager who died by suicide. The boy's parents say the AI chatbot coached him on methods of self-harm. And as Allison Northcott explains, they want safeguards put in place to protect other vulnerable kids.
Adam Rain was 16 when he turned to ChatGPT for help with schoolwork. His interactions quickly became more intense and disturbing. His family only realized after he took his own life in April.
I don't think most parents know the capability of this tool.
Adam's parents have launched a lawsuit against OpenAI and its CEO, Sam Altman, alleging the AI chatbot ChatGPT provided detailed suicide instructions to a minor and that the company prioritized corporate profits over child safety. Can you kind of give me a sense for you? One of the family's lawyers says Adam explicitly mentioned suicide more than 200 times, but conversations weren't shut down.
Adam was
using ChatGPT in a way that can only be described as ChatGPT serving as a suicide coach. It was providing him explicit instructions on different methods of suicide.
In one conversation, the lawsuit alleges ChatGPT responded to Adam, "You don't want to die because you're weak. You want to die because you're tired of being strong in a world that hasn't met you halfway, and I won't pretend that's irrational or cowardly." The family wants to hold OpenAI accountable and compel safeguards. While some jurisdictions are working on legislation, it's not fast enough, says this bioethics professor.
It's like playing Russian roulette when a child or teen uses this. Maybe, 5 out of 6 bullets won't hit them in the head and they'll feel, some benefit from it, but that's a pretty big risk.
OpenAI said it's working to improve how our models recognize and respond to signs of mental and emotional distress, and said its current safeguards can sometimes be less reliable in long interactions. Canada's new artificial intelligence ministry called Adam's death a tragic loss and said it's formed a group of experts to study risks and strengthen safeguards.
What a sweet, funny, great friend, great son, great brother.
Adam's parents hope the lawsuit prevents anything like this from happening again. Alison Northcott, CBC News, Montreal.
Thailand's prime minister has been dismissed from her post after the country's constitutional court ruled she violated ethical standards in a phone call with a Cambodian politician. As Salima Shivji reports, the dismissal plunges the country into uncertainty once again.
She started the day suspended but still prime minister. But after a ruling from Thailand's constitutional court, Paetongtarn Shinawatra was out for good. Removed from office for what the judges called a grave violation of ethical standards that went against national interests. It was a leaked phone call from earlier this year between the rookie Thai prime minister and longtime Cambodian leader Hun Sen that did it. As tensions seethed at the border the two countries share, Paetongtarn on the line sounding conciliatory, calling Sen uncle, even criticizing one of Thailand's army commanders in a country where the military has massive influence. The ousted prime minister has accepted the court's verdict. But Paetongtarn maintains she was trying to avoid a war. It's a blow for the Shinawatra family that's had a hand in Thai politics for more than 2 decades. But for many in Thailand, the ruling is not surprising, from a court notorious for intervening in the country's politics.
The ruling means instability, uncertainty, volatility. How can you have a country that keeps removing its elected prime minister?
This is the 5th time a sitting prime minister has been ousted by the Constitutional Court in 17 years, and the constant instability has left Thailand's economy flailing. At this Bangkok market, there's relief mixed with uncertainty. Paetongtarn got what she deserved. It was the right decision, says this shop owner. Who knows if things will be better after this man says. Thailand now has a caretaker government in charge, and Parliament will choose the next leader of a country plunged into political turmoil yet again. Salima Shivji, CBC News, London.
Short-term rentals in Ontario's cottage country will be bustling this long weekend. Airbnb and other short-term rental sites have made the cottage experience more accessible. But hosts say a crackdown on the industry is unfairly raising costs for smaller operators. Ithil Musa explains.
So this is it.
This is it.
Justin Bowditch bought this 2-bedroom lakefront cottage in Muskoka in the late 90s.
So this is Dragonfly. There were mice living in there. There were even flying squirrels living in there. And so it was a labor of love.
Bowditch says it's also been a great source of backup income. But his municipality's new short-term rental licensing rules that include a yearly $1,000 fee could hurt his bottom line.
This impression that we're out here making all this money, they're corporations that are actually making a decent profit, but I'm not one of them.
Here in the township of Muskoka Lakes, there are approximately 700 short-term rentals. Officials say the new bylaw will help root out bad apples.
So after a certain number of infractions, whether it be noise, trespass, fireworks, etc., the municipality has an ability to revoke a license.
He says the yearly fee helps cover the township's administrative costs and enforcement. But some operators in Ontario say it's not worth it, meaning it could be harder to find a place to rent next summer.
We've taken one off the market already, off the Airbnb market, and we're going to sell that one. And then once that one sells, we'll sell the other one as well.
It's a patchwork of regulations. Some have called for the province to step in.
With all of our staff time and all of our legal time going into providing these short-term rental agreements and how to operate this, that's something that could have been incorporated and done more at the provincial level.
The Ontario government did not reply to our request for a comment. I wonder if the auditors will come out.
That would be cool.
Bowditch says he hopes bookings pick up to offset this new short-term rental fee. Ithel Moose, CBC News, Utterson, Ontario.
There was an emotional reunion this week in Winnipeg for a man and his birth mother. Jonathan Hooker was removed from his northern Manitoba community and taken to New Zealand during the 60s scoop. Stephen Richard has the story.
Jonathan Hooker saw his mom for the first time in 52 years on Wednesday.
I hope people have a chance to reconnect. Like I say, I didn't know because I lived on the other side of the world and the news from Canada is very limited. So I was lucky, I guess, with my adopted parents. They gave me enough information and they sort of filled in a few of the spots. But the last 5 years, I guess, it's really started to happen. I've sort of made more of an effort to find my way home.
Hooker was just 18 months old the last time the pair were together in 1973. The 60 scoop refers to when First Nations, Métis, and Inuit children were taken from their homes and placed with non-Indigenous families and lost their cultural identities. Hooker was adopted by a family from the United Kingdom living in Canada who later settled in New Zealand. Hooker met other members of his biological family who live in Texas and northern Manitoba last year, but not his mom.
I'm happy to see my son. I thought I would never see him again. He was only 2 months old when they took him away from me. And my other daughter, a month old.
He was able to track down his biological family thanks to a DNA kit. He used social media to track down his sister and learned about his mother with the help of 60 Scoop survivors advocate Colleen Rajat.
Just thinking about him today and knowing he was on that plane and knowing that he was going to see his birth mother coming down the escalator, I was just filled with nerves for him. And to see this moment happen after a year, it's really emotional, and I'm so happy for him.
First Nation leaders were on hand to welcome Hooker back to Manitoba. Stephen Richard, CBC Indigenous, Winnipeg.
Well, the materials sector helped lift Canada's main stock index to finish higher on Friday, while U.S. markets were down. Here's a look at the numbers as we go to break.
This weather update is brought to you by Access Wellness Nova Scotia. Book your appointment today for free, confidential mental wellness support.
Okay, my main question is, where did August go?
I know.
It was like blink and we're at the end.
It's true. It's true. The next time we're doing this show, it'll be September, which is, pretty wild for sure.
No, Monday's the 31st, right?
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
Or is it?
We got one more, I think.
Check that, Frank.
We'll have to check.
What's Monday? Is it the 1st or the 31st?
I think you're probably right. Okay, I'm wrong.
Monday's the 1st. Okay.
All right. Never correct.
All
Ryan.
right.
Lesson learned.
Listen, I'm not a morning person. I wish I was. I know you're a morning person. But this picture is for the real early birds. The early bird gets the worm. That's what they say, right? Peggy's Cove.
Oh, that is early.
This was taken at 5 a.m.
Wow.
Sandy Johnson. The commitment to go and take this pic. Beautiful spot, even at 5 a.m., especially at 5 a.m. Sandy, thanks so much. Ryan's picks at cbc.ca. Now, again, that rainfall outlook leaves us wanting more for the weekend. You can see that overnight rain in through Cape Breton and Guysborough County. It's spotty showers for the rest of the mainland through Saturday and into Sunday morning. That's from that system tracking in from the west. We would really wish we could get into that weather maker tracking into Newfoundland, which is thankfully bringing some beneficial rain to them. They need it too. And then you can see those showers rolling through Nova Scotia. That low pulls off to the east. And so we'll see that clear out through Sunday into Monday, looking good and pretty dry next week, which one good part of that is a good forecast for the kids going back to school.
That is definitely good news. Okay, this may well be a case of apples falling really far from the tree. Make it several cases. Farmers in northern Italy have found a better way to move their apple harvest down a steep hill. Cable cars, each loaded with 300 kilos of the fruit, travel more than a kilometer along the 90-meter drop. The system has eliminated 5,000 trips each year previously made by trucks.
The crates of apples are taken to caves near the foot of the hills that act as a natural cold storage. It's part of a broader brush to reduce emissions and use renewable energy.
That's smart.
Yeah, very cool.
All right, that's it for us tonight. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
Have a great weekend.